A lot of speed there. Despite the fact they've lost part of the back, the twin rollers were easily navigated. And they're absolutely flying down here. This is really good for speed. There's the kicker. We've got this big bend coming up now, and they're taking plenty of speed into it. This is going to be interesting. Can they get round? We're okay at the minute. Oh, it's gone too wide. Just took too much speed in there. So much optimism because they were flying down the course. There's the challenge. The bend starts and it never seems to stop. Look how far they've still got to go. You've really got to judge how fast you go into that particular part of the course, because after that, remember, it starts to get steeper. No problem under the posts, down to the finish. The wheels wobbling at the front. It's such a shame that they couldn't get around. Oh, into the bales at the end. I think they might have lost a wheel in the process, but it's that kind of run where you wonder what might have been had they been able to get round the big bend. This looks like it could be fast. Just historically in Red Bull Soapbox races, this kind of soapbox is the one that is the fastest at the finish. Plenty of speed into that double roller. And we've got Dorian, whose mum told them to enter the race. He's the pilot with Paul behind him, and so far they're doing a great job. Lots and lots of speed. Flies over the kicker. Now then, all about getting round the bend and maintaining the speed they've got now, because after this bend, the course gets steeper and they'll get even faster. And it's glued to the tarmac through there. That's brilliant from Dorian. Moving down towards the posts, flying through there. This time's going to be good. Under the finish, let's have a look at it. 50 seconds and the spin to finish. It's the fastest today. The rocket went like a rocket. And Ariana Spas are celebrating up there. That's a brilliant run. That's going to take some beating. And here we have Pro Magnum Racing. They all work together in the same sports shop. They have a lot of fun in there, we're told. And Matthias and Stefan, the pilot and co-pilot in this Wacky Racers themed soapbox, are on their way over the twin rollers. And the front wheel's gone already. And you would suspect this isn't going to get down very quickly at all. It's a real task now for the driver, Matthias, to keep it going. And he's going to be wrestling with that steering wheel. Here's the kicker, and there's more damage. And somehow the front left is actually managing to stay straight enough so it can just skid all the way down the course. The rest of the team looking on. There's Dick Dastardly with the moustache. This is the U-bend, and we suspect one or two runs might go down the toilet here today. So around this gigantic bend, this is where it starts to get steeper, which will help them under the rugby posts. And it's all started to fall apart. They started off with so much optimism, but they do make the finish. They were so optimistic at the start, it just couldn't handle the twin rollers. The wheel buckled, and that was that in terms of setting a winning time today. The big concern I've got with this one, I look at that steering mechanism and I just wonder, do we get from the top down to the bottom in one piece? It's also quite wide as well. You can see there's not a great deal of room there between the straw bales and the side of the soapbox. The twin rollers, you don't want to get stuck on there. Apologies. Anyway, forgive me. Down we go. Crowd loving it today. Lal Sasso on the way, and Lal Sasso doing just fine. Wide axle, but strong enough, I think, just about, is it? Thought there might have been a bit of damage under there, but there isn't. They're okay. It's not particularly quick, this one, but they are. Well, I think there is damage. Look, it's that, as you look at it, the front left. It's just the kicker, I think, that just twisted the wheel underneath. It slowed them right down. It's cruise speed, really. Oh, the rugby posts have gone. He's hit the post. He's only gone and hit the post. You wouldn't have seen Johnny Wilkinson do that, would you? Go on, fellas, drag it down. At least it's not too far to the finish. Look at the wheels now, completely gone. Hit the post. Julian and Denis have the problem of getting it from top to bottom, and off they go. Nice and rapid at the top. It's one of the quicker ones off the ramp that we've seen today. can't imagine this is very comfortable, especially when you go over something like that. The wheels are wobbling now. Look at them. The wheels are wobbling now. It's like a bone shaker, a natural-born bone shaker. Look at it. Bounce, 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 bounce. Over the kicker, that's going to do more damage. Well, in actual fact, it might straighten the back wheels up a bit. Looks a little bit more comfortable now. Look at it wobbling down. Down towards the big bend. This farming-themed soapbox is on the way. Round they go, wrestling with the steering. And still got this one to navigate. Under the post, over another jump, down we go. Wobble, wobble, wobble. And down to the finish in 105. Had a right good go, but not quite enough, I don't think, today. You wonder whether the Sardines can have the rest of the field on toast. So let's have a look then. Lino and Ange, driver, co-pilot. Theo and Jean-Paul making up the team. He's flying this one. The flying sardine, down we go. I didn't expect this to be quite as quick as it looks at the moment. Oh, just be careful with the bales there, fellas. There's the kicker. Now, can they get this big, awkward soapbox around this bend? They're as good as any we've seen so far in terms of speed at the top, and they're really loving it, the rest of the team. I tell you what, that's good if they can keep it, keep it, keep it. Absolutely, they can keep it. Posts. Down towards the finish. Let's have a look at the time. This looks good. 56, fantastic. Really, really good that. The Sardines were flying down here in Toulouse, and they're all celebrating, and so they should. I don't like the high ones. Laureen and Julie are in there. Oh, no, they're not. They're out now. They were in it for a while. They weren't in it for long enough. I think you call that a nosedive. Please, please, please get to the bottom, they're saying. Here's the kicker. Will it nosedive again? Oh, nearly did. Oh, nearly did. It's like when you're a kid and you put the front brake on instead of the back brake and the wheel nearly went over your shoulder. Very, very steady through there, aren't they? Very steady through there. You feel this could tip at any moment. Posts. Oh, yeah. Oh, a little bit of a peck-on landing again. Down towards the finish. There we go. Well, they got there, didn't they? They're happy. They made it. They've worked hard. They've entered. Oh, there you go again. Look when you see it. So now we have, and I'm going to do this in English rather than French, the bitumen planers. It's the tool for shaping wood that they use at their work. They're a team from Dunkirk, and they've absolutely flown over those twin rollers. No problem there at all, and he's really enjoying it in the front look. That's Remy, the driver, having a great day. Flying down the course. Here's the kicker. Nice air over the kicker. And it is well designed, this one. It's nice and quick, easy to control. This is the big bend. It's a gigantic bend. It's a U. You pretty much go back on yourself here. And then the course starts to steepen. They go under the posts. That's because Toulouse say statistically they're the best rugby team in Europe. And then to the finish. And we use the bales. There we go. That was nice. Really good run. Nice and smooth. Well-designed soapbox. Nice and strong. So the Rebels on wheels, and I have to say, I remember Princess Leia looking slightly better than today. Not sure the stabilisers are doing a great deal. They're not even touching the ground at the front. So Jonathan and Mattia on board, nice and slow through there. Oh, it's gone, look. It's gone. It's too heavy at the back. Too heavy at the back. And off we go. Équipe Visionnaire. Nice and bright, this team. Let's see whether they can maintain the speed that they've started the run with. Double roller, no problem. I love the celebrations on the way down. They don't realise how far they've still got to go. Look at the speed, though. That's impressive. Pensive looks on faces. Kicker, over, no problem. A little bit of a nosedive, but it doesn't slow them. Didn't scrub any speed off. This is a big moment for all the teams today. Can you get round here? Can you keep the speed through here? Yes, they can. Équipe Visionnaire is flying. The post's in sight. Under we go. down towards the finish. All about the time, all about the time. 55 seconds, fastest so far today. Don't lean against the bale. That is a fantastic all-round display by this team. It's Nicholas's birthday today. He's the co-pilot, so they've made him a cake. Look at the chunk on the wheels. Nothing wrong with them. Down we go then. At least we're down. Oh, we've not got far again. Look at the state of that. What have they made these soapboxes from? That's hardly Marilyn Monroe jumping out, is it? Serial revelers is the translation, and they've dreamed about entering this race for a long, long time. So down we go. Not sure you'd take the bride to church in this vehicle. Wide axle, relatively thin wheels. Double roller, no problem. Nice run so far. Fantastic run based on what we've seen recently. Kicker, no problem. This is more like it. Look at the crowds. Great day. Glorious sunshine. Wonderful event as always. Here's the big bend. That's brilliant through there. Fantastic from Benjamin. Scraping against the bales as he goes through. Under the post, no problem with that either. Down towards the finish. Let's have a look at the time. Oh, into the bales. Really good. Nicely designed soapbox. Serial revelers. Good stuff. So Christelle, who's the driver, is a sports coach. She started the whole thing off. It's her idea. Team's made up of women who go to the fitness centre where she instructs, as you can see by the design. They spent 3 months working on it. Suzanne made the whole top part in her dining room. It's all handmade, most of it recycled. They stopped up there. That's the first team we've seen stop up there. The crowds love this team, though. They love the creativity, they love the design, they love the fact of everything this team stands for. And everybody's willing them on. The only problem here is the speed. Look at the legs going. Look at the legs going. It's a problem, you know, when you design a soapbox and you can't even go downhill. Can you imagine doing that uphill or on the straight, but not flat, but not downhill? Finally, it starts to roll itself. Go on, girls. This is better. That's where it gets steeper, you see. Under the post, now they're enjoying it. Now they're going to work out how they're going to stop it. 2 minutes and 15 seconds, but it's not always about the speed. It's about being here, taking part. Look at the emotion. They've worked so hard to be here today. It means so much to all of them. And that is what the Red Bull Soapbox is all about. So this one translates to moustaches on the mop. Pretty good at French, I think. So Kevin and Adrienne are the driver and co-pilot, and they're joined by Hugo and Jeremy, childhood friends. Quite small wheels and a gigantic axle. That's been disaster in the past, it's disaster today. You cannot go forward when your wheels point sideways. That's an impossibility in Red Bull Soapbox. So Leon Le Chameleon, in my finest French. Philippe and Mark are going to try and get it from top to bottom. They were inspired to build this while they were all on holiday in India. They saw the Festival of Colours. Oh, it's gone! Chin's being dragged on the floor. It's going to scrub off so much speed. It's coasting rather than flying, the kicker. They can't gain any momentum because they're scrubbing all the speed off with the friction at the front. Round the bend they go. Should be fine round there because there's not enough speed to really trouble them. Thoroughly enjoying the day though, everybody is here. Under the posts, finish line, but you wonder just how good that run would have been had the nose just not made contact with the tarmac there. Apology accepted, just. So there we go then. If it can be good this, they've got a real shout, but it looks very, very heavy. You wonder whether the wheels can support it and whether Julian, the driver, can drive it. It's already, they've got a problem, I think, already. It's very slow, look at it. Very, very slow. Oh, I think they can't get it moving at all. The kicker surely finishes it off. Can it get over? Oh, there you go. You could see that coming because it was the nose was on the tarmac already. Front of the soapbox was nearly dragging. You would have thought the weight would be at the back. It seemed like the weight was at the front, and it's absolutely fallen apart there. Nice round of applause. It was inevitable. Look at that.